Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
So I'm recording this podcast episode in beautiful Maui, Hawaii. We're here on a family vacation, day 2. I've been up early since 4. It's about 6:40 right now. Everybody's still sleeping. It's like magic, man. I'm out here doing a walk. I did some squats, journaled, meditated, taught back. Those of you who follow me on Facebook will see that Women Want More Facebook page. Sent my husband a text. Did a little bit of business, some more writing. Like, awesome. Great start to the day. So, day 1 was a shit show. We got in late Friday night. We had left our house like about 12:30, got in about 12:30 Maui time, which is really like 2:30. Oh no, maybe it was, I think by the time we got to bed, it was probably close to like 3 back home, so 1 a.m. here. Up early, kids are up early, right? Because our bodies are on PST, which is 2 hours ahead. So as I record this now about 6:40, it's really like 8:40 back home. So when I got up at 4, it's really like 6. So I'm just, I want to stay within the range. I should normally get up earlier, but we'll see. I may do a 3 a.m. Maui, just get a lot of stuff done in the morning and just be able to be with kids and family for the rest of the day and feel like really good, like I've taken care of me. But here's what happened yesterday. So, kids don't have a lot of sleep. Parents don't have a lot of sleep, different food. Everyone's a little cranky. In comparison to past times, and certainly as our boys get older, they're now 4 and 7, the things, they get easier, right? It's not as many of the tantrums, not as many of the upsets, but shit's still happening. I found myself really attaching to expectations of how I wanted this to roll out. Fully knowing that things were gonna get a little tricky on that first day with lack of sleep, but just like, all right, let's just kind of roll with it. But yet, I forgot about this, and I kind of attached to expectations. And so something I reflect on today, and I did some of yesterday. Can always be better, right? You can always do more. But I was like, if I want to lead my kids, if I want to teach them to not be so reactive, then I need to not be so reactive. I really need to lead by me showing. It's my choice of how I choose to show up. So the reason that I had titled this podcast episode is, how will you show up? I'm going to either call it, how will you show up, or how will you choose to show up? How will you choose to show up? Because it really is about a choice, right? It's an easy thing to go, my kids will do this, but they even know that they're responsible for them. They can go, well, Tyson made me. I go, oh, no. You chose that. People can irritate you, aggravate you, piss you off, but you choose your response. I'm teaching my kids at 4 and 7 because there are so many of us as adults that we have this twisted. We think that people do things to us. Isn't that convenient to blame other people? Because that makes us not responsible. We're not at fault because somebody made you do it. Like somehow you have no control over your body, your actions, your words. This horseshit, right? We really kind of look back. Now, we can be in that moment and kind of lose it. I did yesterday. I did. My oldest son, when he feels like he's not getting what he wants, he knows how to push with words, really. He knows how to say some nasty fucking things at the age of 7, which I'm pretty good at deflecting that stuff and not giving a lot of energy. But yet there's just times where it's like, all right, that's enough now. How will you choose to show up? How will you choose to show up? It's a decision that you can make every single day, every single moment. I create these bracelets that I actually send, these silicone bracelets, black and white, which has on it, who do I need to become? With the Women Wanting More logo. I send this as part of the packets inside the free Women Wanting More journals that are currently shipping out, which, by the way, it's going to end pretty soon. I've got about 200, I think, that are left. And that's it. So if you want to grab yours, go to drkarenosborne.com/free journal. I'll send it to you in the next couple weeks. along with this bracelet, but I created this because it truly is a reminder of like, okay, who do I need to become right now? So if my boys are flipping out, I need to be calm, mommy. I need to not choose to react to words that Tyson is saying to me, right? If I see my husband losing his patience, who do I need to become? You know who I need to become? I need to become an even calmer wife and mother to help influence my boys and my husband. Yes, your way of being, how you choose to show up, it influences others, sister. Hugely, way more than your words, way more than nagging, way more than trying to convince and persuade, and your actions will move mountains. The choices that you make influence people. And not because you do it in some kind of like sick and twisted way of like manipulating, right? That's an entirely different conversation. But you simply show them by your way of being how you choose to show up. How you choose to show up. And you can choose to show up and say, I'm not going to let these things affect me. You can choose to show up and say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to tolerate this stuff. I mean, I got to tell you, when we were traveling on Friday, like it's late, kids are tired, I'm just trying to have them where they don't like beat the shit out of each other. I'm navigating in the luggage while Ed goes to get because we're in Maui, everything's really on island time. So we've been here so many times, we kind of know that the way this rolls. So when Ed's going to get the rental car, because he's got to take a little bit of a shuttle, get to the rental car area, then I'm getting the luggage and stuff and waiting for it to come out, and car seats. And so I pick up one of the car seats. You know, if you're a parent, you have this, right? The car seats are like wrapped in a big plastic bag. We've got Tyson's got a booster. Kai's still in kind of the bigger, right, the full back car seat. They're both tucked in the same plastic bag, but it's hard to see, and a lot of the car seats kind of look the same. So it's come around the carousel, and I pick it up, and I go, oh, it's not mine. I drop it back down again. And this couple kind of does this, like they're right by me, and I'm standing there with Kai, just kind of like just kind of like discerning sound, like how dare I pick something up that wasn't mine. And this is the story I'm telling in my head. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. I looked over and they kind of rolled their eyes at each other. I looked at them and I was like, is something funny? And the same kind of eye roll, and I'm like, dude, we're in Maui, like sarcasm and this stuff. I go, this is not okay. Like how I chose to show up in that moment was like, fuck you. That was my choice. That was my choice. And I walked away, and that was my choice. How I chose to show up was like, it's not okay for you to treat me this way. I don't even know you. I'm traveling with 2 little kids. Fuck you. 2 single people. You either are too old to remember what it's like when you have little kids, or you don't have kids and you have no fucking clue the survival that is necessary on a plane trip with children. Like, go fuck yourself. You're tired? Don't even talk to me. I just want to throat punch those single people without kids traveling. They're like, oh, it's so hard traveling. Yeah, right. You know nothing. I just survived a plane trip. I should get a fucking medal right now. Didn't lose my shit on the plane. So I chose in that moment to show up that way. It's what I wanted. I felt it was necessary. And guess what I did? I walked away then with Kai and I said, boys, let me teach you a lesson about being around people who are negative. We walk away from that. We do not engage any more than we have to, and then we leave from it. How do you choose to show up? How do you choose to show up? So here's your more tip for today. How will you choose to show up today? See, this is a difference. Again, with starting early mornings as I do, did a Facebook Live, which by the way, if you're not following the Woman Wanting More Facebook page, you need to go like that right now. Woman Wanting More. In the show notes, you can click on the link and then like that page. Because I'm doing 100 days of gratitude. So I'm doing 100 daily Facebook Lives. Started January 1st, 2018. Today as I record this is day 7. And I talked about the importance of early mornings, right? The intentionality of it. So in this more tip for today, how will you choose to show up? Make it intentional. It doesn't mean that, if something happens and it goes sideways or you need to call an audible and course correct something, then by all means do that. If that needs to happen, cool. It's not about controlling shit that goes down. It's about choices in the matter. That no matter what happens around you, no matter what someone says to you, no matter what the weather is or the current political environment or like any of that shit, none of it matters. every single moment that you walk this earth is a choice. So be intentional with your day. How will you choose to show up today no matter what? Set that intention, sister. This is more than woo-woo sounding words. How will you choose to show up? So I've mentioned the Women Wanting More Journal, sister. In addition, make sure that you're, as I mentioned before, then too with the More For Action Guide, I'm recording the podcast and then also did a Facebook Live. So now I can't remember if I said this to you. Okay, regardless, you need to head over to drkarenosburn.com, drkarenosburn.com to make sure you're on the Women Wanting More newsletter. Okay, this is VIP access to everything Women Wanting More. I'm also going to send you my More For Action Guide and training video of how to really start your day in power. As I am listening to the birds here in Maui, walking around our condo complex. Make sure as well, too, that you share up this podcast episode, sister. Right? Don't keep this shit to yourself. Share this up with another woman that you know needs to hear this message today. So I will talk to you in the next episode, sister. A life of more is just one step away from you doing the fucking work every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosburn.com/newsletter.